Here in America, if your name is Bush, there's a good chance you're a politician. So what's it like growing up in the Bush family, surrounded by former presidents and a current presidential candidate? George P. Bush is Governor Jeb Bush's son, but he's also a U.S. Navy Reserve officer, and he is the commissioner of the Texas General Land Office. Commissioner George P. Bush goes on the record from Austin. Good evening, Commissioner.
Good evening.
Commissioner, is there a way to describe what it's like to grow up with a grandfather who's been president, an uncle who's been president, and whose father now is a candidate for president?
Well, it's a lot more normal than maybe your audience would be led to believe, because we are as normal of a family as it gets. We're more likely to talk about fantasy football teams than just about anything else going on in the political world. But we all love each other, we support each other, and we're all out there working hard for my dad.
Well, it's a very big family. I'm curious, growing up, was your father or your mother the disciplinarian in your family?
A little of both in Spanish and English. So I received a little bit of discipline in a bicultural, bilingual way. But because of their support and their love over the years, I've been privileged to serve the good people of Texas here as Texas Land Commissioner and continue to do the good work that this office does for so many Texans every day.
In addition to being the land commissioner in Texas, I want to talk about your military experience. You served in the Navy, is that right? Are you in the reserves now?
Still in the reserves, that's correct.
And what did you do in the Navy? You went overseas?
I did. I was deployed during the summer surge of 2010, activated as many reservists are over the course of the prosecution of the global war on terror since 9/11. And I believe that our generation really stepped up in a big way, in the sense that in a volunteer fashion, we arose to the challenge in Iraq and Afghanistan. And when you look at the challenges of today, whether they be asymmetric or conventional, I think a lot in my generation continue to recognize we need a new commander-in-chief that not only is a different occupant, but provides a different direction for our nation's military.
And my guess is you have a suggestion as to who that new commander-in-chief should be.
Absolutely. I think my dad would be the most qualified commander-in-chief, and there's data that shows that the American people agree with that sentiment. He's laid out a bold and strong agenda dating back to August, where he spoke at the Reagan Library with respect to that outline, whether it was taking on ISIS at the time before the Paris attacks, and also taking on the conventional threats of the 21st century. It's about rebuilding our military, investing in our intelligence assets, reforming the federal VA, and holding this president and the Congress accountable for the failure to reward our military veterans after they have come home from their service.
You are an elected official. I'm curious where you got the bug to be a politician. Was it growing up in your father's household, or was it in 1988 when you introduced your grandfather at the Republican National Convention?
Well, it was all of the above, really
12
helping
then,
out.
Right? Were you 12 at the time?
That's correct. Helping out my grandfather, my uncle, and my dad, I had a chance to see behind the scenes what public service is about. And make no mistake, it's always a challenge, time away from family and friends. But at the end of the day, to be able to serve others and make this place and state a better place to live in, it's truly an honor every day.
What does the land commissioner do, by the way?
Well, we are the asset manager for the state of Texas. We generate billions of dollars for the school children of Texas, K through 12 and post-secondary ed. We take care of our military veterans here in the great state of Texas. We also get to weigh in on education reform and preserve and defend the rich history of the state of Texas. So it's an important role, one that we take very seriously every day for the people of Texas.
Commissioner, nice to talk to you, and I hope you'll come back. It's going to be a long campaign, I think, sir.
You got it.
Thank you.